Welcome back to your GM mode of the Winnipeg Jets. So I've already made some roster moves and everything. I've not done lines yet because we have one thing we got to do before we do the lines. So with all the young players we got, we do need to make a trade, and it was between two guys. And I'll show you who the two guys were, and I'll also explain to you why we picked who we did. So with everyone we have two guys that are kind of on the borderline of, not making the team because we got young guys like Nolan Patrick can go ahead and play in the OHL for 1 year. So don't you gotta worry about him. You got Mark Scheifele, Patrick Laine, Tyler Myers on D, so Nicholas Ehlers. So Scheifele, Laine, and Ehlers is your first line potentially. Second line with Teravainen, Nylander, and Palat, because we're going to give him that second line ice time. Hopefully the 81 goes back up to what it was. Then you got Lowry. And then, hold on, let's just go forwards real quick. Lowry. And then you have Patan and Kyle Connor, who's the low elite potential, which is why we want to play him. And then you have Marco Dano, Kopp, and where is he at? Lotta. So that's that. And then you have Gabriel Bork as your injury guy. So that leaves out Perreault. The reason why Perreault just doesn't work, it says he's an 81 overall. He's not really an 81 overall. He's just not happy here. As you can tell, everything's down. He's 29. He's listed as a second line forward. We're not going to be able to play him there with all the young guys. He's making 4.125 for 4 years. And when you go to our defensive core, and you look, you have Trouba, Myers, okay, and then you have Enstrom, Morrissey, and Stewart if you want to play Stewart. Otherwise, you have no other suitable defensemen. So we clearly don't even have the best top six. So what we're going to do, and I've already done a little looking around here, so I already know exactly where we're going to go for. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to make the trade go through, if it'll go through right away, or if we'll have to add something into it. We're going to go Perreault. There's a couple teams I looked at. Colorado, I believe, for Weirkoch. Where's he at? Weirkoch right there. 27, 83, good defensive stats, which is one we want. I looked at Dallas for Jordy Ben for 83, 30 years old, but I didn't want to send him to the Western Conference because I did not want to have to play him and have him bite us in the ass in the playoffs. So I went to, and I found a team that wanted him in Florida, and we were going to take, was it Pissick? I believe it was Pissick. Oh, let me just make sure. Yeah, it was Pissick because he's got good defensive stats. 84 defensive awareness, 89 shot blocking, 85. Skating's pretty good. Body checking and physical is okay. Not the best offensive defenseman, but really good. And he's young. He's on, I think, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years at 2.825. So he saved a little bit of cap. It's pretty close. I'm going to try this straight up. They do want him, which is the reason why I'm going to try it straight up. I think it's in our favor. And we get him. Okay? So, I was just showing you guys me making that trade really quick. I'm going to go ahead and I'll do our lines. I'll send to the regular season and we'll go over it all once we get there. Alright, so we are back. So, what we got going on is Ehlers, Scheifele, Laine, Palat, back up to the 85. So, we made the right call. So, right now we have an 85 overall player on a $1 million deal for 5 years. And he could still get better, I think. So that's a great deal. So definitely made the right call trading Ray Perreault. You got Willie Nylander, Teuvo Teravainen, and then you have Dano, Patan, Kyle Connor. Hopefully we get a good year. Adam Lowry, Michael Lotta, and Armia. However you say, I think it's Armia. Defensively, you have Jacob Trouba, Tyler Myers, Enstrom, Morrissey. We went and picked up Nikita Nikitin off of free agency because we needed a better defenseman down there with 84, 87, and 88 in the defensive category. So it's really well, 80 overall discipline. And then you have Mark Pysyk, again, pretty good defensively. So both, I would say decent. I think we could use that stud defenseman which you used to have in Buffalo, and hopefully Trouba turns out to be that. And then goaltending, we have Andrei Vasilevsky. Now, this is the one that we're all watching to see what happens. If he doesn't perform, I will not be afraid to make a trade and give up big assets to improve our goaltending position. Hopefully, we do not have to do that. Hopefully, he pans out for us. So we'll go ahead and captains. I don't think I want a captain. I don't think anyone here. Patrick Laine, actually, you know what? Patrick Laine played well enough to have that for now. Tyler Myers and Mark Scheifele. Actually, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Patrick Laine is going to be the face of this franchise. He was drafted by this franchise, so it makes him a little bit more, fan-friendly. So we'll go ahead and leave it that way. We're going to go ahead and sim to the regular season now. So, yeah, I definitely expect a better year. If I had to guess, I want to say we'll probably be a second seed in our division. I think our team is much improved from last year. I think we're a better team. And I think last year was just a weird fluke year. So yeah, I believe that that's what's gonna happen. First game of the season, of course, we're gonna go ahead and do the sim. See how we do. First period here, 0-0, out shooting them 11-9. Second period again, 0-0. So at least we're getting some good goaltending, or at least good defensive play. Only giving up, I think it was 16 shots. So yeah, it definitely looks like if we base one game and we give up a goal, hopefully we can tie this up. Definitely looks the exact opposite of last year at this point. Come on, somebody give us, don't get shot out opening night, and we are going to, as we lose 3-0. Vasilevsky only gave up 2 goals. Yeah, so second start of the night. Definitely played well, just couldn't get any pucks in the net. I don't expect that to be the trend, not with this team at least. So we will go ahead and go up to, let's go up to this Minnesota game and just see where we're at here. Hopefully we turn this around against Philly and get a big win here, just get in the win column. We get an overtime win. So, okay, at least we got in the win column, gave up 3 goals, lost 4-3. So I'm watching the goals against here. We win there, okay, gave up 2 in the shootout, so 1-0 loss, so 2-3, so it's not looking the greatest. Good year, okay, that's good. So yeah, I don't know. We win big right there, get a shutout too. Another thing we have to watch, we don't have the best backup, so we might have to look into maybe making a move for a backup goaltender. As we're starting to win a couple games in a row here, and I like the back-to-back shutout wins. Do lose to Philadelphia again, so we're up at the Minnesota one. Let's go ahead. I know it's really early in the season, but this year I want to pay attention to everything. I want to make sure if we need to make a move, we make the move. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at our stats here. Go ahead and go to NHL. Let's just see. I know it's early. It's going to be really hard to tell accuracy. We'll go ahead and do goals per game. Down there? Okay, we're not down there. We are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Were we down at the bottom? We were. We're only scoring 2.33 goals. I don't expect that to stay where it is. I'm not going to look too much into that goals against per game. We are one of the best defensive teams in the league. So we definitely improved on that. Now, power play percentage. Okay. So our power play has been horrendous, is what I see, 11%, yeah. And our PK has been good. Just want to look at goaltending stats real quick, just see if maybe the backup goaltender's killing us now. Ehlers, 11 points in 9 games, great. Scheifele, 9-9. Patrick Laine, 6-9. He could be a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain when the line's playing that well. Let's see, Lowry's got 3 points. Where's Palat? 3 assists, no goals yet. Patan, only minus is Patan. Morrissey, okay, so Morrissey and Tyler Enstrom. So, not gonna make any adjustments quite yet, but definitely watch that pairing of them. And this one, 2 shutouts. So Vasilevsky's playing well. He's playing well. So goaltending so far, is well. So we're not gonna look too much into it. I do expect our team to score some more goals. The only thing I might look at is that power play is really, really bad. So we're going to actually go ahead and see what we can do here. Edit lines on the power play. Not going to touch anything else but the power play. So this is what we have on the power play. Only thing I think we could do is go Morrissey. No, not what I want. Go Morrissey where Trouba is. Put Teravainen there. Here we will go with. Want to go Marco Dano there? Two-way forward. No. Patan, is Patan up there? Patan. We'll go ahead and put Patan here. Patan, changing current line. So we'll do that. So this way we get a little bit more offensive push here. That's 2 assists. Maybe get Teravainen going a little bit. But yeah, I think that's the only move I'm going to make. The record might not be well, but I am happy with the defensive team that we are so far. I mean, just because of that, we'll go ahead and we'll change the pace a little bit and we'll sim this game as well. So yeah, we'll just kind of change the pace of this a little bit here. First period. And they get 3 on us. So definitely not the first period one. All of them up top. Second period, we get 2, but they get 1. Third period, yeah. So maybe we shouldn't sim games. Every time we sim games, we lose. So yeah, not what we wanted there. We'll go to the Chicago Blackhawks game here. And then from here, we'll definitely take a look at the team. Obviously, if we go on a big losing streak, I'll go ahead and change the lines up. I already have an idea of what I would do to the lines because the second line is one that doesn't seem to be doing the greatest. Let's go ahead and go to America for defensemen. Look at real life; they've produced some good defensemen as of late. So we'll go ahead and we'll check this out here. We're giving up some goals here. 6-6. They gotta win some games here, especially against those 2 teams. If we lose to St. Louis, Marco Scandella. Ooh, let's view player information. This is interesting. Why would they be sending you down? 86, 87. If it wasn't for the 3 years, I would do it. But I'm going to go ahead and decline that. That's very interesting why they would send a good defenseman like that down. So we win against New Jersey, 8-7 here. Okay, we need to start winning games in a row here. We lose again, so keep going win-loss, win-loss. Follow that up with a win. We do another overtime win. And St. Louis, a team we need to beat, 10-6-1 record for them, and we beat them in overtime. Okay, come on, beat 2 teams in the Eastern Conference here. And we lose to Buffalo. We beat Carolina. We're 11-9. If we could just force some of those losses into overtime, we'd be in such a better position. Nashville's not a good team. Minnesota's a team we're going to be battling with all year. Again, we beat them again. Here we go. So we're, let's see here. Since the Vancouver game, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as soon as this is done, we are 5-6-1. So we did go on a little streak there. Let's see. As we are second in our division, so definitely a better year. As far as Chicago has a losing record, so again, Ehlers is having a great year, 24 in 23 games. Scheifele is 17 in 23 games. Patrick Laine has 14 in 23, so that is not the best. Palat 13. If we weren't winning games, I would definitely make a line change, but I don't like the plus minus. So actually, I'm going to go ahead. I know we're winning games, and we probably shouldn't make a move or a line change, but I do want to. I just want to try to get everyone going. Ehlers is playing well safely. We're going to go ahead and go playmaker. So we have 1 sniper. Let's go ahead and put 86, 87, 87, 86, 90, 87. Let's go ahead and put Teravainen up on the first line. We'll move Patrick Laine down. Maybe putting him down will get him going a little bit as far as scoring goals. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. And then we're going to go ahead and keep going a little bit further. I was worried at first starting this episode of this GM mode up that maybe we were going to have to end this a little early, but I think we're playing well enough that we'll go ahead and sim past these 3 Eastern Conference games. Actually, Oh, we're going to change the pace again. Let's see if we can win a game that we sim against the Chicago Blackhawks, which I think their record is probably worse than what they should be with the team they have. And, yep. Every time we do this, we get lit up. Maybe I should stop 3 goals on 9 shots. That's awful. Second and another one. Oh, there goes my cell phone. Yep. And we kind of come back with a goal from Patrick Laine and a goal from Willie Nylander. Too little, too late. So again, we lose a game that we view. So yeah, it's not good. Because we do make the playoffs. That is how we are going to do it. We're going to go ahead and sim to this Nashville game here. Hopefully we can go 2-1, hopefully, out of these. So yeah, let's see what we do here. So we go 0-1, 1-1. Okay, so we are, since I made the line change, we are 3-1. You know what I'm gonna go one more week up to this game. If we don't win 3 of 4 here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the lines back to what they were. So we win one right there, because yeah, we can't switch as we are. Okay, so we gotta go a 2-game win streak against a decent team in the Islanders, which we lose, and Colorado, which we are going to lose to. Okay, so definitely gonna go ahead and put the lines back where they were. Definitely did not get the job done with that. So yeah, that backfired for sure. So let's go ahead and go edit lines, as we are still 3rd in the division, which I'm okay with. I know we're tied, but 3rd in the division, still good. So let's go ahead and go boom and boom. Do I want to make any? How's Kyle Connor doing? 8. Okay, he's happy. Okay, so yeah, he's growing. It looks like he's only a -4. The thing I did want to look at was these two that are really negative. Okay, so +3. What are you now? +3 is anyone that's just -8 and 4. What are you guys? -5, -1. What is your top 4? Let's go Morrissey with Trouba and Nick. Top 4, top 4, top 4. So best I can actually do would be put Morrissey down with top 6. I don't really want up there. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. Let's try to spread out everything defensively. I know I haven't really looked, but if we stayed as good defensively, I know it's weird that I'm making changes, but you just want to try to stay on top of everything here. So we got another. We'll go ahead and jump into this again. No, we got to win one of these games that we're simming. So we're playing the Los Angeles Kings, and we are up 1-0. And it's 1-1, so we'll go ahead and do the slow sim power play. Okay. Shots are 17-21, so definitely a good defensive battle we got going on here with the Los Angeles Queens. Okay, and we'll go ahead and sim this. Okay, so we're going into overtime. Can we get the win in overtime here? 33-29, so goaltending for both squads here. Shootouts. And we win in the shootout. So we finally do get a win. And Andrei Vasilevsky plays well again in this one. So maybe he's having a good year, hopefully. Oh, Mark Scheifele, injured wrist. That's my return December 25th. Just player replace player. It's right here, so he's going to miss 2 games. As we'll sim up to this Pittsburgh game. 2 games without him. Don't think it's worth blowing the lines up with, as we do win against Winnipeg, even without Mark Scheifele, so that's a big win. Get another one against Toronto. As we'll edit onto manually here. This will be an easy fix, as Gabriel Bork got some first line minutes. Let's see how he did. He had 1 goal. Yeah, he makes 4.5. We had to get above the salary cap to make some of the young guys be able to come up, so that's what we signed him for. We have some days off here, so I'm not worried about him. He should become fully healthy before this Pittsburgh game. There it is. So we are 18, 14, and 2. Let's see where we're at again. We're 3rd. We're starting to gap the Colorado Avalanche a little bit here. Let's go ahead. We'll finish up this month at least. Maybe go to... maybe we'll go 2 months. Yeah, maybe we'll go right up to before. let's go ahead and we'll go to this Lightning game. See how we do here. I do like, so far this last little week since we made them line changes, we win again 4 in a row here. This is what we need to do. We need to beat them. Come on, St. Louis, beat St. Louis. As we do beat the St. Louis Blues finally. Colorado's a team you want to beat. They're a team behind us, and we beat them again here. As we're finally going on a nice streak. As soon as I mentioned it, we probably lost. Yep, shouldn't have mentioned it. Best lines down there. Doesn't really matter. We don't have too many prospects down there. They're mostly playing for us here. And we're up against the Minnesota Wild, and we beat them 7-3. Buffalo Sabres. For scouting, don't care. Don't really want to make too many moves. 7-0 win. Just pure domination. And Scheifele is out again. The 18th of January. Oof, it's actually... Let's go ahead and replace player. We did well without him. San Jose, we lose, okay. So we're on a big win streak, lost, and then win 2 games, lost, okay. So we lose again. Michael Lotta. Okay, replace players. Now we are getting... let's continue here. Let's just make sure he gets fully healthy before we stick him in the lineup. Best lines down there. Let's see, go one more game. Just want to make sure Mark Scheifele becomes fully healthy before we put him in the lineup. We don't need him to get hurt again. Nope, still no. There it is. Make sure we get him put in the lineup right away now. So, edit lines. We didn't do the best without him. Bork. So, Bork. Oh, Scheifele actually went in the lineup as a 4th liner. Funny. Yeah, so that's clearly not going to work. Where's Bork? Gabriel Bork right there. Go ahead and put Gabriel Bork right there. Dang it, is he on any other thing real quick? Yeah, so let's go ahead and go Mark Scheifele. Changing all lines. Let's go back to this. And that's what I thought. So we're going to have to put Gabriel Bork back in here just until Lotta comes back. Okay, so Patrick Laine was up to an 88 overall, so that's good. As we are still tied, but see again they're catching back up now that we have this 4-loss streak. These 2 games against Chicago are going to be huge, so we're actually gonna do another sim against them. 2 big games. So we lose again. I'm not going to look too much into it as we are 23-20-2 and they are 22-22-4. Based off those records, I'm going to assume we're going to have to finish top 3 in our division to make the playoffs. First period, as we get Mark Scheifele and Patrick Laine on the board. Patrick Laine scoring from in front, Scheifele from scoring from up top. Second period, Patrick Laine again. Does he finish off? He does not, but we get a 4-0 win. Let's see who was in the net. And, wow, surprised he's not a star, but let's definitely check that, because I think if it's Vasilevsky, he's had quite a few shutouts this year, which means he's playing pretty well. It was our backup goaltender who shuts the door on the Chicago Blackhawks. So, sim up to this game. I think Nashville's pretty bad in the sim this year, so I don't know if that's a team that we're going to be really fighting for a playoff spot for. So I don't know, as we need to start winning some games here. So we lose again. So we're a streaky team is what I'm telling Adam Lowry. Ooh. Replace player. It's on the 4th line, so it's not going to matter much. But that definitely does hurt. He's probably the best 4th liner in the NHL right now, as he's an 85 overall. Multiple players. I'm going to go ahead and edit the lines, and I will be back. Alright, we are back, and we are at the Chicago Blackhawks game. And let's just check the points out before we get into this game. If this ever wants to load, and it's taking forever. I'm assuming we're 52. Ooh, both wild cards are actually in our thing. So I'm assuming that we are at 52 points. Oh, no, they are. So they're a point ahead of us. We do have a wild card, so the other division must be really bad. But you can tell Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues are gapping us in this division. They're definitely putting a gap on. Minnesota's falling behind, which is good. But this team and the Chicago Blackhawks is a team that we want to beat. I don't think we want to land up playing Dallas. Although, honestly, I don't know if you really want to land up playing St. Louis either. They both are powerhouses. do think our team is good enough that in a series we could go ahead and beat them. We just got to make sure we get some consistency to our game because our game is not very consistent. We're a very streaky team as we sit in the first period, give up 15 shots. Second period, as we get Tyler Mott scores a goal on Andre Vasilevsky. Go ahead and save this by 8. See what happens here. If we can get a goal here. As Nick Schmaltz, their young kids are scoring on us in this game here. Power play, come on. Only 16 shots. I'll go ahead and just send this as Ehlers got one with 1 second left. It was too little too late, although 40 shots, 2 goals against. Vasilevsky played fantastic. Just didn't get the offense he needed there. We're going to go ahead and keep going just a little bit more, I think. We'll go right up to the trade deadline as long as we don't go on a bad losing streak here as we have lost 3 in a row. So we need to get into the win column pretty quickly here against Boston, preferably. As we got a nice streak against the East. Sorry, so as long as you can get points out of these games, that's all that really matters. Just scouts, go ahead and scout. We're just kind of throwing it all over the place with my scout. We need a little bit of everything, so that's what we're doing. Just scouting. We just need to build a prospect pool. Only real prospect we have is 2 losses back to back. So this is what I'm talking about. Streaky team. Can we beat Boston again? We lose 7-6. It's a crazy game. At least we got a point. Ottawa, come on, start getting some wins. There we go. Got a nice win. So noticing we're a really, really streaky team. We either win a bunch in a row or lose a bunch in a row. And we're losing some games in a row again. Hopefully we can turn this around. I know I keep saying that, but I believe in this team. We can get a win here against Montreal, get 2 wins, get a couple of days off, get some rest here. We'll go ahead, we'll finish this up, and then we'll do a quick little recap of everything, and then we'll go ahead and end the episode here, where we can look to see if we want to make any trades, or if we just kind of want to hold pat, and hopefully this young team can kind of grow. I don't know really where we could grow, that's why we'll do a recap. So we lose 2 going into the trade deadline, if I could speak, as we are no longer in a wild card spot as well. We're falling back here a little bit, so let's go ahead and we'll check this out. Okay, so we are same amount of games played. They have more games played, so they have 3 more games played, which is 6 points. So we are potentially a point behind the Chicago Blackhawks. But again, we're so young. I don't know if we want to blow this team up. It's goals 4 per game. We are close to the middle, but more towards the bottom of 2.64, so that definitely could improve. Our goals against per game has... I must have missed this again. Why do I keep missing the Winnipeg Jets? Are they at the bottom again? Yeah, so we're starting to give up goals again. So what I'm seeing with this right here, so maybe we put our defensemen back where they were to begin with. That's definitely something we can look at. Power play percentage is 15, so again, it's not great. PK percentage, let's see how that is. PK, do I see us anywhere? Winnipeg, so right there at 80%, so again, it's kind of, let's see if we're a disciplined team at least. We are a disciplined team. So that at least is good. We're a very disciplined team. Shorthanded goals, and we're definitely better at home than we are away. Let's go ahead and see if there's any players not performing for us. As Ehlers with 59 points in 61 games, so not bad. Patrick Laine has definitely found his stride. So maybe that one little drop helped out. And then, you got Mark Scheifele with 43, Palat with 37, so he's definitely playing well. Only 5 goals, 34, 33. The only thing I can think of is maybe we have too many playmakers. So maybe we go and try to find a second line sniper. Now, if we did find a second line sniper, I think 88. He's got a good shot though. 85. I think I would move on from Patan. He would be the one I would definitely move on. I'd keep Teravainen, just because he's a little bit better, a little bit older. He's already signed long term. Don't gotta worry about paying him big in the future with Patan. is not. So after this year, so if we do go ahead and make any type of move, I think it would be moving Patan for a goal scoring sniper on this line. Willie Nylander not playing bad on that fourth line. His third line scoring forward still up to an 85. So if he was a sniper, maybe you could just move him up, but he's not. Kyle Connor is up to an 83 overall, so that's definitely good. We're just looking for growth out of the young kids. Marco Dano, Adam Lowry, probably the best fourth line or in the NHL. And then defensively, which I think this is really where it hurts. Yeah, we just don't have that stud offensive defenseman. Now, we could go ahead and try to find a team that is looking to, rebuild, that has a stud defenseman, and try to make a trade like that. So, teams that we would be looking into are... Hold on here, I'm trying to get something to write this all down with so that I know the teams that we can look at. So obviously we are not going to be, no stud team that's on pace to make the playoffs is going to go ahead and do a trade a big defenseman. So you got Nashville, okay, Vancouver, okay, and okay, Montreal, which is very interesting. Okay, Detroit. And then Minnesota, who's kind of hanging on. So really looking at these four teams, I think the biggest one is Nashville, which I think is really, really intriguing. Because I already kind of have an idea who's on their team. So if we did do a trade with Nashville, because we're at the trade deadline, so theoretically speaking, of course, we're going to go to Nashville. Now, their defenseman, yeah, that's what I thought. The question is, we're looking for an offensive defenseman. We're not looking for a defensive defenseman. PK Subban, yeah, it's okay points. Roman Yossi. Okay, so, now, would they really, $9 million? I'm not willing to take a $9 million, so it has to be Roman Yossi. But he just doesn't fit what we're looking for. If we're going to make a move for a defenseman, it's going to be a offensive defenseman. So we can go ahead and probably scratch them off. Unless you guys want to suggest otherwise. If you guys see a trade that you guys feel or know a player that would fit it better, go ahead and suggest it. And we will definitely look at it as they got... I mean, Tanev, it's not really, it's a defensive defenseman. Good Branson, defensive, good defenseman. Hutton, so yeah, Vancouver doesn't really have what we are looking for either. Montreal and Detroit. Montreal, let's see, they have Shea Weber, obviously. But at the age of Shea Weber, no. Now, this guy probably would fit, but there is not a chance that they would trade him away, as he is a stud already. 89 overall, 19 years of age, low elites, so he definitely panned out for them. Yeah, his physical caddy is really high, skating category, and his defensive awareness, so he's just a stud two-way defender. Otherwise, I don't see anyone, and I don't know if Detroit is going to really have that guy that we are looking for. Green is not it. Only other team that might fit, and we'll look at their situation, is Anaheim. Okay, the reason why I'm saying Anaheim, you look at their cap, 73.56, so they're almost there. Now, I know they have like Hampus Lindholm, Cam Fowler, Theodore, Vatanen, Dupree. You got Larson, who's a low elite overall. So they have a bunch of defensemen, top four. So they have all these stud defensemen. But the question is, so here's what I'm thinking. You got Cam Fowler over here, and he is 1 year away from being let go. He's a two-way defender, but he's got really good offensive stats. So this is something that we should look at. What's Anaheim's record? 34, 19, and 9, so they're really good. But, like I said, they're going to lose Cam Fowler. So the only way that I could see maybe making a deal like this, because they're going to lose. So I know in this game they lose Cam Fowler to free agency, is we would give up a Jacob Trouba. Actually, no, we wouldn't, because it really doesn't help their situation. If we were going to make this realistic, it just wouldn't give them that person that's going to be able to stay. We'd probably have to throw in Green, okay? We would probably throw in Stanley, give them 2 guys right there. They would definitely need a playable Morrissey. Now, Morrissey would fit because he's not that high overall. He's only got 1 year left, but he's not going to ask for a big contract. So it's someone they could sign. So actually, we could go Morrissey. We could go Green or Stanley. Probably Stanley. And then we would, just to make it realistic, throw in our first round draft pick for either this year or next year. So yeah, that's definitely something we can look at. We have the cap space to sign Cam Fowler. But yeah, this is where we're gonna end it off here. If you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, go ahead and leave it down below. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.